Now, at some point, though, you encounter Victor Conti. Now, I know Trevor Graham, obviously, at this point, we all know that he was getting some of the substances from Victor. Now, did you encounter Victor one on one? How did that exchange happen when you met up with Victor Conti?
Okay, so no, so before then, Trevor had told me about testosterone, and I went to Christy Gaines, a former track athlete that I had been talking to, and she was like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Is that what Marion using?" I said, I think that's what Trevor told me. So she got me in touch with Victor, and Victor was like, "No, no, no, you get busted tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't do that." Right? So I told Victor, I said, "Hold up, let me. I was over in Germany, and so I had Trevor call Victor three-way, act like he wasn't on the phone. Well, when I got off the phone with Victor, Trevor snaked me and hit Victor on his own, and that's how him and Marion got together.
Oh, God.
So
So how did you hear? But how did you know about Victor Conti's
because
history?
because Chrissy was telling me about him. So Chrissy, me and Chrissy was dating. Chrissy Gaines was dating. And so she wanted to know what was going on with Marion because I was in the camp now. And so I told her what Trevor had told me to use: testosterone, EPO, human growth hormones. And so she was like, "You sure they using that?" I was like, that's what he tried to give me." And so she was like, "Okay, you need to talk to Victor. Victor, my guy, right?" And so Trevor, I had Trevor call three-way to Victor, and then after I got off the phone, Trevor called Victor and told Victor, Tim just a small fry. We need to talk about Marion. She going to for 6 gold medals, whatever, at the Olympic Games, this, that, and the third.
Oh, so he tried to do a separate deal without you in it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
So Victor then hung up with him. And he called me back and was like, "Yo, you had Trevor on the phone?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, he called me. He's a snake." Boom, 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 boom. Right? And so Victor made a deal with Chrissy because Chrissy was going against Marion, right? So Chris was like, "No, I need to beat her." But Marion paid enough money, so Victor ended up giving Christy Gaines some money for working with Marion.
so like
Okay.
we call that step aside money in boxing. So basically,
Okay.
he basically was like, well, listen, I know you want to beat her, but she's giving me the check, so I'm gonna break you off. I'm gonna
Yes.
give you a little, I'm gonna give you a little something of the money that she's giving me.
Yes. So that's how the Trevor Victor combo. I found them. You know what I'm saying? So that came from the streets, going out finding connect. That's what we
Yes,
call
sir.
it.
Yeah, now you talking my language now, brother.
Yeah, yeah, that's like going out to the street. Shampoo taught me how to go fishing. You go to New York, you find you one, and they get tired of traveling, then they give you the whole load.
That's right.
And so from that point on, the game comes full circle. And then so Victor was like, "Yo, Tim, Trouble don't have a clue. I'm gonna get you in touch with Charlie Francis." And then that's when we all met out in San Francisco and came up with Project World Record.
And that was in 2000, or was this still in 99?
This was in 2000.
Because according to Victor Conti, and I know you know better than all of us, I'm just keeping it 100 with you, like I've always been.
100%.
Victor Conti was on the Netflix documentary. You heard it, you saw
Uh-huh.
it.
Huh?
He said he didn't start in doping and
Oh yeah, 19.
cheating
Hold on. 19.
and
He
in
started,
2000.
he started in Marion in 2000. Yes. Victor, I went down there. I moved down there in 99. Victor didn't start till 2000. I was in Germany. Victor and Marion started probably a month before the Olympic Games. Probably a
Right.
month before the Olympic Games.
But
I
he
saw.
already had the past before 2000.
Yes, 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 yes,
You
Yeah,
see where I'm going with this, right?
yeah, yeah, 100%. So
All right.
he was already working with Christie. He was already working for a lot of athletes prior to that, you know.
Yes, he was.
So our boxers, I mean, Daniel
Bill, hey, he had Bill Romanowski
Romanowski, he had a
Shannon
ton.
Sharp
Listen,
in the Broncos in '97
yeah,
when they
hey,
won the Super
Victor,
Bowl.
Victor been doing this forever, right?
That's
So
right. Since the late '80s, the for real,
yes,
for real.
yes. So he's really big in the boxing world now. That's all he do is boxing.
Oh, we gonna talk about that, Tim. Oh, you better believe you and I are gonna talk about
And
that.
so Victor, we went out there. I didn't go back. I didn't see Victor to face to the Olympic Games. He came to the Olympic Games when he was working with Marion, and that's when we met face to face and we started going out. I got him into the Olympic Village and everything else, and you know, and then from that point on, after the Olympic Games, that's when we came up with the Project World Record coming up for the next year. And then in 2001, I ended up running 9.84. I ended up taking second in World Championship, 9.84. I think Maurice ran 9.82. Yeah, Maurice ran 9.82. Uh, and so after that, right there, now we're in full. So then Victor was like, "Hey, I made you." And I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, how much do if I got a headache and I buy some aspirin, the aspirin costs me this much to take the headache away, right? So you telling me you want me to give you 35% of my earnings? And he
Now
was
he
like,
said, now he's for context purposes for some of the audience that just came in that may not have seen the documentary. Most of my audience did. So at that point, the reason why he said he made you is because he was giving you the HGH, the EPO, the
clear,
clear,
clear, yes,
the THG, the clear, and the insulin. Correct.
yes, yes, yes.
So he felt like he made you
Yeah,
make.
he felt like I couldn't get the clear from anyone else. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing you couldn't get from no one else. It's the clear. So that was his golden goose. But little did he know, I had already snuck some clear to Charlie Francis, and Charlie Francis had it tested, and I also had it tested at the University of Duke
Now, why'd you have it tested?
because I wanted to find out what it was. Because I knew I had to go beyond the supplier because the supplier was a nutcase, okay?
Yes, yes.
So what he thought I might have had, I had to give it out. So so what he was giving me, I was giving the way to be tested. So when I ran 9.84, I wasn't really on it because it was making me tight. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like I didn't need it going forward.
The clear.
The clear.
That makes you beat the test, correct?
Well, yeah, it doesn't show up in your test, yes,
That's
but it don't
correct.
help make you beat the test. That is the it's like anything else. If everything got a code, if the code don't come up on the system, then the code don't have nothing to talk about.
Right,
Well, the code wasn't on the system because it wasn't a code for it.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was tremolone, but they took something out of tremolone. So if you take something out of something, the only way you can see if it's working is by using it on someone.